Hello, everyone, and welcome back to PoducateMe, the ESL podcast.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back,
So
and
good to
we're
see
back.
you. Yes,
Yes, it feels like forever.
it does.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
So
even forgot how to behave in front of the camera
I know I
and
feel a little
speak.
awkward, a little bit awkward now,
Yeah,
but that could also be because we have a brand new little setting here for you. We've decided to take a little bit of our break time to upgrade, if you will.
A little bit was that to play with the lightings and the settings and stuff. So let us know what you guys think. We are trying our best with the resources that we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it is a brand new year,
It is.
2026.
Yeah, we haven't talked to you guys since last year.
Last year, that was so last year. But we wanted to talk a little bit like catch up because we haven't had a
Yes.
chance to really catch up with each other since the holidays. And
Mhm.
it was a very busy holiday season
Very
for
busy.
both of us. So yeah, like overall, how was your holiday?
Overall, so one thing this year, for the first time, I've been in Canada for 9 years, right? This
Yes.
was my ninth New Year and Christmas in Canada. And this year, I finally realized why New Year, celebration of the New Year itself, is not such a big deal in Canada. So I told you guys many times, and I shared with Hannah that back in Ukraine, so before the war started, we guys were celebrating Christmas on January the 9th, the 7th. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God. But nowadays, we do celebrate Christmas the same way as people celebrate it here in Canada. But in Ukraine, Christmas is not as big a holiday as it is here.
Yeah.
So for us, New Year is the big holiday. I
Mm.
did talk about it a lot during our Christmas episode.
Hmm.
So when I came to Canada, I was so much surprised that people don't really celebrate New Year. People can still have parties, but it's not like all night long. People don't get ready for it much. And this year I realized why. So in Ukraine, uh, even if you have corporate parties for your New Year, they all happen a week before New Year.
Okay.
So it's like 23rd, 24th, 25th, 7th, like blah, 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 up until December 30th.
Uh-huh.
You like this is the normal time for corporate parties.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in Ukraine, people don't do pre-Christmas or pre-New Year's parties with their friends or with their families. But here in Canada, I started celebrating Christmas, going to pre-Christmas parties at my friends' places. When was Robbie's party? Like November 29th, I guess.
So, yeah, we kicked off the holiday season in November, which I know some people may have some feelings about. Um, I personally, I am very strongly for I'm of the opinion that Christmas doesn't start until December. And these days people start celebrating it so early. But I decided, okay, you know what? Last weekend of November, fine.
Fine,
Sure.
let's do it.
Let's do it. So
Yeah.
we kicked it off with the holiday party of our friend. She hosted an amazing little party. We had a lot of fun.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was the end of November.
That was the end of November. So that was my first pre-Christmas
Yes,
party.
mine
And
too.
after that one, I attended seven more
Oh
before the
wow, you
actual
counted.
Christmas. I
I
counted.
lost count.
I counted. You know what? Okay. The actual Christmas party was the 7th,
Mm-hmm.
the 7th. And by the time New Year came, I was exhausted. I
Yes.
was exhausted.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was so happy to attend all of those parties that people still invite me. I'm like, oh my God, guys, you're amazing.
Yeah.
But guys, this is exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exhausting.
That's true. Like I never really thought of it that way, but you're right. Yeah, like once the Christmas season ramps up, it's
Mhm.
just it's event after party and then you're so busy with like gifts and wrapping and just like things even at like work or school, like
Exactly.
all of these
Yeah.
holiday celebrations. Honestly, by the time New Year's turns around, you're just like, I want to sleep. I want to rest.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
want to rest. I don't want to do anything. And you know what? I was just going to all of those parties. I haven't hosted a single party, but I have a lot of friends who have families. So they were going to multiple parties. They were
Yeah.
also hosting parties. And this is just a lot. So I finally this year I realized why people don't celebrate New Year because like by the time it comes,
Yeah.
people have zero energy.
Yeah.
Zero
I
energy.
mean, I think more so as an adult. Like when we were younger, for sure. Like New Year's was a big day because, again, traditionally in Canada, Christmas is for family and New
Hmm.
Year's is for friends. And so when you're young, you don't have a lot of those like commitments, right? You don't have any responsibilities of hosting or whatever. So you can go out and party, no problem, right? So in your 20s, when you're a university student, this is not a thing. I think we're mostly talking about like adulting and just like
Oh yeah,
in adulthood,
definitely it's
in
about
adulthood,
adulting.
you're just too tired
Hmm.
by New Year's,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, yeah.
that's true.
So
What about you? Like, how many parties did you attend?
I
Well, no,
I
I have so many questions about the parties. So to save all of them, I guess that I would like to hear about like every single party that you went to, because I'm sure that there was something very memorable about each of the party now.
okay, well, there's too many to like explain and go over, but yeah, there were a lot of holiday parties, a lot of holiday events, work events, things with friends, things with family. It was just kind of like honestly, it was just a whirlwind. It was almost every day in the weekend was just holiday stuff, which was great. I loved. It was so nice to like talk to people and catch up with people that maybe I haven't like seen in a while as
Mhm.
well. Even with my family. I can tell you about my like my actual
Yes,
Christmas
please.
with like what we did. But actually before that, why don't we talk about some of the holiday parties that we went to together?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So the first one was
The
Robbie's.
first one was Robbie's, but even before Robbie's, we went, what was that?
Black Friday shopping.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, Black Friday shopping.
So the day before that party, we went Black Friday shopping, which is kind of a newer thing here in Canada. It is traditionally like an American
Mm.
thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is because
Interesting.
American Thanksgiving is
Mm-hmm.
the last Thursday of November.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have Thanksgiving on the Thursday, and then the day after is Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, because Canadian Thanksgiving is a different day, we don't really have Black Friday, but because it's a shopping opportunity,
Yeah.
it's a sale opportunity. Of course, now we have it here.
Exactly. This thing, we don't even have Thanksgiving back in Ukraine, but we
Yeah,
still have Black Friday.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like also a pretty recent thing.
Yeah, yeah. So on Black Friday, we all met up. We did a little bit of shopping.
We did a little bit of shopping and we went to this outlet mall, which is outside Toronto. It's like in Mississauga, or it's even
Milton.
outside of Mississauga. It's Milton.
Yeah,
And oh my God, guys, first of all, it's like a what, 40-minute drive around like that time?
I guess.
But I
Yeah,
guess that it took us longer to actually get to the parking area of the shopping
yeah.
mall.
Right as soon as we started to get off of the exit on the highway, that's when we
Mhm.
got stuck. And we were stuck just from there to the parking lot, I think for about 40 minutes,
Yeah, maybe, yeah,
maybe longer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the shopping was not a very big success.
No.
See like any good deals
Yeah.
and stuff. And also, it was a pretty cold day and it was snowing, but
Yeah.
like, sporadically. So it's snowing and then it's not
Yeah.
snowing. Then there is sun, then there is wind. And the problem with that shopping mall is that it's outside.
It's an outlet.
It's an
Yeah.
outlet. Are all of the outlets outside?
No, no,
Oh,
but
yeah.
on the most part, yes, they are.
So, like, all of the stores are outside. So, to get from one store to the other one, you have to go outside and
Yeah.
like walk a little bit. So, you go in the store, you unzip because it's hot, of course, inside. And then you walk around there browsing. And then, like, you go outside, you zip up.
Yeah. So
Great.
it was just like yeah, honestly, it wasn't really that successful. We bought a couple of things,
Yeah,
maybe a couple
yeah.
of gifts and things like
Hmm.
that. But honestly, I ended up just buying everything online.
Yeah.
So I don't
Well,
know.
it's actually, you did mention it in the Christmas episode that you
Yeah,
usually use this Black Friday opportunity to shop for gifts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then we were so cold and I guess a little bit upset and frustrated because like we didn't like our expectations of the Black Friday deals were not met.
Yeah.
And we went for some pho. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, we did. Ah,
Yes.
perfect,
It was so
perfect
perfect.
meal for a cold, wintry
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
And it was a very nice place. Hannah took us there, and we had so much fun there because it was a little place, and there was nobody there, right? Only
Yeah,
later some people started to come,
barely, barely.
and the crazy music that they were playing in that little establishment. So they were playing some famous like hits by I mean
Like
various
pop.
groups and various
Yeah.
genres, but it was like covers played by like the flute. And there was what was the song? One Republic. It's too late to
Yeah.
apologize. And like it was the
But
flute playing
instrumental on flute.
instrumental and flute. It was so much
Was
fun.
very amusing.
Yeah.
You and Robbie tried Vietnamese
Yes, I
coffee
wanted
for the
to
first
mention it.
time.
Oh my God, so good,
Yeah,
guys. You should try it.
highly
And
recommend.
highly recommend. And it's also a very good boost of energy because the coffee is like crazy strong and it's sweet. So
Yes.
you get hit by the caffeine
Yeah.
and also by the sugar.
Yes.
And then you go like, whoop. And we actually very much needed boost of energy
Because
because
we actually went to a place called Break Free that's nearby. It's in Mississauga.
Mhm.
And it is a recreational activity center building, very similar to Activate, which we had talked about
Mhm.
before and we went before. I had been to Break Free before, but it was you guys, like
It
you and
was our
Libby's first
first time
time.
there.
And it kind of works in the same way. There are all of these rooms, and you like book a time and you're there for, 60 minutes, 75 minutes, 90 minutes, however much you want to book for. And you have like kind of free reign over all the rooms, and you can go and you can play. And there are so many more different ones.
So many more.
Yes.
And if for Activate, most of the games are physical, so you
Yes.
have to run, you have to jump, you have to climb somewhere. For this one, there are different kinds of games. Some of them are physical, but some of them are mental. So you
Yes.
have to use your intellectual abilities to solve some puzzles or to figure out how the room works.
Yes.
Because there were some rooms that we were walking in and we're like, what do we do?
Yeah. There were actually three different areas, right?
Uh-huh.
So the first was physical, the second was mental,
Mental
and the third one was
skills.
skills.
Hmm.
So when you look outside of the room before you go in, before you like kind of beep in, it tells you like, I guess kind of more like the percentage of what you would be using, right? So is this a more physical room? Is this a mixture of like skill and physical, things like that? So there were ones that you have to use your brain strictly, right? So there were ones that were almost like escape rooms
Yeah.
where you have to like figure out these clues that were in the room in order to like win the game.
Hmm.
And then there were ones that were so physical that we were like, this is not humanly possible. Like the pole climbing.
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
what I
God.
wanted to mention. So I consider myself pretty athletic, okay? But after that experience, I was like, nope, I don't think that I'm at that level of athleticism because there was a room super easy. I mean, you didn't have to like think a lot
No,
what to do because in the room there are four poles, like strip pole dancing, four poles. They're like way taller than you
to the
are
ceiling.
to the ceiling. And on the ceiling, you have the buttons. And so, the purpose of the game, certain buttons light up. You have to climb the pole, easy, right? You have to climb the pole and you have to push that button. I was not able to climb the pole.
No, no. I have no skills, pole climbing
Yeah.
skills
And
whatsoever.
then, so we did try. We did try. We failed, but
Yeah.
then we were like, okay. And so there were some other rooms that we would just enter and we were like, nope,
We
not
would
even gonna try.
we go in, we're like, look at it. Nope. Walk back out.
Look at the setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like, nope. But there was a very cool one. about the clues. So
Yeah.
you walk in the room. It's like I guess that the skill is how close you can pay attention to details and how good your memory is. So there is a room, and in the room, like there is a lot of stuff. It's just like a regular living room.
Yeah.
There is a table, some stuff on the table. There is a TV. There is a newspaper. There is a chair. There's like some pictures on the walls. You have to look at it through the window. And then at some point, the windows get like
Fogged
foggy.
up. Yeah.
Oh, so cool. And then you have the questions on the screen, and they're asking you, like, how many roses were there in a vase on the side
How many
table?
chairs were toppled over?
Uh,
What animal is in the picture next to the TV? Like very specific questions.
yeah, what's
It,
the news about on TV?
yeah, it was
So
really
cool.
fun. Yeah, I think that was Break Free was really, really fun.
It was
I had a
really
lot of
fun,
fun.
but I'm sorry, I really want to tell about my favorite room. We call it the Treepy room. I called it the Treepy
Oh,
room.
the subway?
Oh my God. So, guys, this one is you're entering the room, and in the room, there is the subway car, but it is tilted. It is tilted. So you're walking in the room, normal room, and then on the side of the room, there is the subway car. It's, of course, way smaller than the actual subway car, but it's tilted. I would say like 45 degrees angle, maybe. And then you have to enter the subway car. And on the walls, you have like the subway map of the city of Toronto. Then you have like different advertisements and like posters about like whatever stuff. And then there is a screen that is asking you questions, and you have to find the answers on the walls. But the biggest problem is the moment you step in the car and you are like tilted, your brain just stopped functioning.
Yeah, it was like a strange optical illusion that made you also like physically feel
Yes,
like weird.
it was
I got
crazy.
immediately dizzy and it felt like kind of like everything was spinning, even though it's just simply tilted. Like
It's
that's all it
simply
is.
tilting, but yeah, like your, I guess, vestibular thingy
Yeah.
or whatever, like what your eyes see and what your body actually feel, they don't coincide. And it was so much fun. We were laughing like crazy. But
Yeah.
our friend Roberta, she's like very smart. She like, this is the second time she had to do pull something like this off. So at some point, she just like lay down on the floor.
She slid.
She slid, and she's like, you know what? Actually, I'm good. Because again, like she changed her perspective, right? She's not standing anymore. She's like, read the questions to me. I'm going to be looking for the answers. That was so much fun. We came back to the room 2 times.
Oh my
This is how
God. It
much we
was
loved it.
so like we were like laughing so hard in that room. Like we
Yeah.
couldn't even focus because we were just laughing so hard at how trippy the room was.
Yeah, and the questions were like super easy. Like the question would ask you, like, you are at, let's say, St. Clair Station, and you need to get to, I don't know, Woodbine Station. How many stations do you have to ride? And all you have to do is to count
Count.
them because you have the map. Impossible. Impossible. We were like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
Yeah,
So
Break
much
Free,
fun.
highly, highly
Yeah,
recommend. Yeah. So
yeah,
that was really fun. That was like a nice little kickoff to the
yeah.
holidays. And then the next day we had the holiday party. It was like kind of former like work people.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then we had like a little we played White Elephant. We had a
during
little
potluck.
potluck.
Oh, so
Um,
much good food.
yeah. It was that one was really fun.
That one was really fun.
Um,
And there was a little baby at the party. I haven't
yeah.
seen babies for forever, I
Yeah.
guess. And
Yeah.
then there was this baby with like super chubby cheeks and so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how about like some of your parties? Do you want to some
So,
highlights?
yes, so highlights. Oh my God, again, there were so many parties. I enjoyed all of them. And some of the parties were just like house party where you come and you just like mingle with the people. There was nothing, there wasn't like, common conversation or
Hmm.
something. It was just like
A party.
walking around, just like a regular party, but it was great. I met some of my old Ukrainian friends. I
Oh,
mean, I've met
nice.
them here in Canada.
Yeah.
And whenever we meet at those parties, usually at the place where I went to, so we call it like our Ukrainian bubble because
Hmm.
like the host is Ukrainian.
Hmm.
And so she invites her Ukrainian friends, but there are also a lot of other non-Ukrainian people.
Hmm.
But we always form our Ukrainian bubble, and we're
Hmm.
just like catching up and speaking Ukrainian and enjoying it so
Hmm.
much. So that was a great party. We had like so much fun with those people. And then there was another party that my friend organized. It was a pretty big party, actually. There was around like 30 people at that party. There was a lot of kids and a lot of teenagers. And the preparation for the party was like very, very meticulous.
Hmm.
There was a group chat, and like every single day, people were sending messages like, this has to be done, that has to be done. At some point, I got so overwhelmed, and I
Yeah.
was like, you know what, guys, just tell me when to come, what to bring, and I'll be there. And the party turned out amazing. It
Oh,
was
good.
so much fun
It wasn't like a
at that party. It
schedule.
wasn't like a scheduled and very strict party. The host, my very old friend from Ukraine, we actually were BFFs at high school. And now we reunited like years after because she came with her family here to
Hmm.
Canada. And it was so much fun. And my friend did such a great job at organizing the party. She even had like the moment to highlight some of people's accomplishments for
Oh, wow.
2025. Yeah, so some of her friends, they got PR, the other friend graduated from university. And then at some point, because there was a big screen, it was in a
Hmm.
party room, and
Hmm.
she prepared like a PowerPoint presentation,
Wow.
pictures and stuff. And at some point, there is the QR code on the
Yeah.
screen. And she's like, okay, guys, like, please, like, take your phones, like, scan the QR code. I promise it's not a spam, blah, blah, blah. And of course, like, I'm as a very responsible attendee of the party, I took out my phone, I scanned the QR code, and guess what? It sends me to YouTube of our podcast.
No.
Yes. I was like, and she was
So
like, our one and only Helen and her friend, they started a podcast this year. They're so cool, guys. Please
that's so
subscribe. And
nice.
like, we're some, yeah, it
That is
was
so
like, it
cool.
melted my heart. I loved
Yeah.
it so much.
That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That's
So if
really
you guys
sweet.
are anyone from that party, if you guys are listening,
Hello.
hi.
Thank you
Yeah.
for tuning in.
Yeah. So that was the highlight. Yeah.
Oh, that
And
sounds
the
good.
actual Christmas party, I went to my family in Etobicoke because that day
Yeah.
was, of course, reserved for them because they
Yes.
are my
They're
family
your
here.
family.
Yeah. And I terrorized them into having an actual Canadian pajama party, Christmas party. I was like, guys, everybody's wearing pajamas.
Has to be cozy.
Has to be cozy. Like, I want to have Canadian Christmas in pajamas. Everybody was like, at some point, like, okay, okay, we got the message. I was like, you know what? Even if you're not wearing pajamas, I am wearing pajamas. So I got myself Christmas pajamas and we were shopping with the girls.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it was amazing. Everybody was wearing pajamas. We
Nice.
cooked a lot of food and we
Yeah.
were just eating and drinking and catching up. And did we exchange? Yes, we did exchange presents.
Yeah.
Not for the kid because there is a kid in the family. Of course, I had to leave mine under the tree because Santa, she still believes. Yeah, so it was so much fun. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that sounds like
What
fun.
about you?
Highlights. I mean, same kind of like same stuff every year. We like with my different groups of friends, we set like a date for Christmas. And because we all know how busy the
Mhm.
holiday season is and just how chaotic it gets with our own families and everything else that goes on. We don't do gifts with friends.
Okay.
It's just, we want to spend quality time with each other. That is our gift to each other. So that's generally how it was. So it really was like less, not too much stress, just a lot of
Hmm.
like parties and stuff, a
Yeah.
lot of chaos and music and noise and all of that
And
stuff.
kids,
And
I mean,
kids running
mhm.
around and hopped up on candy canes and hot chocolate and all of that stuff and new toys. Um,
Sorry, do you guys usually like get together at someone's house or
yeah.
do you? Okay.
Well, most of yeah, one party we did because it's five families now. So
Oh,
it's like
wow.
my core group of like five friends, and then they're all of the families. So we do book like the party room at one of my friends'
Hmm.
condos. So that one we just do, but it's technically their
I
place,
see.
right?
Okay.
But usually, like on the most part, just people's
Hmm.
houses. We just hang out, very low key, like very chill,
What are the
kind of
food arrangements?
always potluck or order. Like,
Perfect. Oh
let's
my
make
God,
it
this is the
simple.
best.
Let's
Yeah.
not stress. Let's not stress ourselves out. No one's trying to impress each other. No one's trying to like do more than what needs to be done. So, and because it's the holidays, it's always kind of like you kind of like let yourself go a little bit in terms of like being careful of what you're eating and things like that. So we tend to order like kind of foods that we restrict ourselves from,
Yeah,
like greasy foods and high, like high carb foods and all of that stuff. So yeah, a lot of picking out. Um, but I think my actual Christmas was also just amazing. We did our whole traditional thing. So we all slept over at my parents' house on
oh,
Christmas Eve.
wearing
And wearing
pajamas.
pajamas, of course. We built a gingerbread house with my nephew.
Oh,
I had actually a cousin or not even my cousin, my mom's cousin. She lives in Boston.
hmm
So she came up and she spent Christmas Eve with us. So it was my
nice,
immediate family and then my cousin, second cousin or something. Um, and yeah, we just like made gingerbread house. We watched, Christmas movies, listened to Christmas music,
perfect.
just
Drinking
ate
eggnog.
drinking eggnog and mulled wine
Oh,
and
that sounds
stuff like that.
perfect.
Yeah, I ended up making mulled wine like 4 times this season because I made it for
Yeah, for
Robbie's
Bobby's
party.
party.
And then I do make it every year for like my big family get together. But
Uh-huh.
then it just like I have all the ingredients, why not? So that
Why
became
not?
like my potluck contribution
Uh-huh.
to a bunch of parties.
And
Um,
a signature dish.
my signature
Uh-huh.
drink, I guess. Now,
Very important question.
yes.
How many turkeys did your dad prepare?
Oh, just one. Yeah.
No.
Christmas Eve, we don't do anything big. My dad did end up making a lamb.
Oh,
So we
I'm
had
not a big
lamb.
fan of the lamb,
Yeah.
but
Oh, it was
ooh.
so good. We had it kind of like shawarma style. So
Oh,
lamb with like pita bread and
oh, that sounds
garlic
amazing.
sauce and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. Everything homemade, of course,
Of
because it's
course.
my dad.
And
Um,
garlic sauce, homemade.
garlic sauce. It was really
Give me
good.
the recipe.
So yeah, Christmas Eve was nice. It was chill. And then Christmas morning, we all woke up. We exchanged Christmas presents. I got some
Yeah,
amazing
I wanted
presents
to
this
ask
year.
about your Christmas present.
Yeah, and then Christmas Day, we had all of our relatives come over to my parents' house and we had a
Mhm.
huge Christmas party. So much fun. Uh, as it is, like
Wonderful.
every year. We always have
Yeah,
a blast
a
with
lot of
everybody.
people
Yes.
for like the
Yeah.
holiday season.
But I ended up being in like a food coma and just like a
Oh yeah.
holiday coma immediately after. Like 26th, 27th, I was like, I can't do anything.
Yeah, and you actually got stuck there for like 2 weeks,
There
right? A
was
week.
there was a snowstorm
There
actually
was
the
a
next day. So I
snowstorm.
I did end up staying for a few days.
We had a true white Christmas
We
this
did, yeah,
year.
we did have a white
Hmm
Christmas. So that was really fun. Gifts.
Yes, tell me about
So I
gifts.
got, oh man, I'm so lucky. I got so much good stuff. So it's just with my family that we
Hmm
exchange gifts. So from my sister and her boyfriend, I got a Ninja blender, like a food processor,
Ooh.
which I actually really wanted. But this is like it blends. It also blends like ice, so you can do like
Uh-huh.
margaritas or slushies.
Woo! Margarita season this year is gonna be fun.
And it also makes dough.
Okay.
So
Okay. Maybe we can finally start making pasta. Robbie can teach us to make pasta.
so that's on
Uh-huh.
our list now.
Nice.
They also got me these, what are they called? Loop or Loom earplugs. So they are these like high-tech sort of earplugs that you put into your ears, and there's different settings on how you want to
Never
filter the
heard of.
noise. And they're for a lot of people who have like issues with noise, like who
Oh.
have difficulty, like they're kind of like high quality functioning
I
earplugs.
need to hear more about it off
Yeah,
camera.
they are really cool. So I got a pair of those. My brother and my sister-in-law got me a Kobo, which is an e-reader,
Ooh,
and
nice. Is it
it
compatible with
it
Libby?
is.
Oh,
So I
nice.
can borrow book. I can
Perfect.
borrow books from my library directly on
Uh-huh.
it. I read directly on it. It's one of those things that like I never thought
That
I
you need
needed,
it.
but
Yes.
now that I have it, I literally have used it every single day since I got it. Like
Perfect.
it's crazy. It's just one of those things that just makes my life better.
And it's so convenient, right? You
It's
can
like
adjust
small
like
time.
whatever, it's small size, it's super light, and you can adjust whatever, like the fonts, the brightness, whatever you want.
Exactly.
Love it.
It's amazing. I really, really
And what is, I'm sorry, what is another thing that I like about the ebooks that you can check actually the progress, like 40%,
yeah,
60%,
yeah.
or like how many percent?
Mine actually
I
tells
love
me
it.
mine actually tells me the percentage read and how many hours left to go.
Exactly. I love it.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because yeah, I've already read like a book every other day because of
Wow.
it. Yeah. So
That is
I'm
great.
already like looking at different accessories,
Uh-huh.
which is so bad for my e-reader. But anyways, it was such a nice and thoughtful gift. Um, I also got from my parents, I got a okay, so it's this like it's another kitchen appliance,
Okay.
but it's this thing that's a technically it's like a soy milk maker. So
Okay.
it makes soy milk, and basically what it does is it blends whatever ingredients
Uh-huh.
into a liquid and it cooks it at the same time.
Amazing.
It cooks it. So this machine I have also been using like so often, but I have been making soy milk. So like fresh soy milk is amazing, but I've also been making soup.
Like cream soups.
Yeah,
This is
it's
genius.
amazing. Like, and it's so hands off, and it takes 25 minutes to
Uh-huh.
cook and make. So I just take raw vegetables, throw them in there. Any raw vegetable, throw them in.
Wow. With
Chicken
some
broth,
broth.
salt, pepper, seasoning. Turn it on.
How long does it take?
Half an
Half
hour
an
later, I
hour.
have soup.
Wow, fresh soup.
Yeah,
And you
it's
can
amazing.
like the variations are just like
Yeah,
forever.
forever. I made like just any vegetable
Yeah.
really that I have. That's like kind of
Mushroom. Ooh.
mushroom soup. I made mushroom soup, carrot, kale soup, broccoli soup, spinach soup.
Tomato.
Tomato soup was really
Nice.
nice. But yeah, it's an amazing,
Wow, those sounds like very thoughtful and very useful gifts.
and they're all
Ones
things,
that you are enjoying so much.
and they're all things that are like me, like very
Yeah.
me, like things that I do, things that are like clearly a lot of thought went into
Nice.
it. So yeah,
Oh, I
it's
love it
nice to
so
have like that.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. So lots of gifts. What about your New Year's?
New Year's. So we started from this. By the time New Year came, I was like just dead and
Yeah,
exhausted.
yeah.
So I had a Christmas party with my family. And then in between Christmas and New Year, I went to my friend's party where she advertised our podcast.
Yes.
And it was like December 29th, I guess. So a couple of days before New Year. And then for the New Year itself, I went to Etobicoke to my family again.
Hmm.
And I promised that I will stay for the night there.
Hmm.
And what we did, we agreed like no pajamas, we'll just dress up a little bit because it's New Year. And so we had a very big dinner, and then we waited like this, half asleep until 12. We had a glass of champagne at 12. And then what we did, we put the kid to sleep, of course. And then in their big living room, we put tons of blankets on the floor. We put a lot of pillows, and all of us, we were watching Stranger Things finale.
Ooh,
Yes, I'm not
okay.
going to be saying anything. I'm
No
not saying
spoilers.
anything because Hannah
I
hasn't
have
watched it
not
yet.
watched it yet.
I'm not sure about you guys, so no spoilers. But once you finish watching it, we can talk about it.
Okay.
But it was so nice and cozy. We were all like, first of all, we were all waiting for the finale to come out. And then like it was so cozy because we were all like in our pajamas, like
Hmm.
lying on the floor, like all wrapped in the blankets. The weather was crazy,
It
actually.
was.
It was super
Yeah,
cold
yeah.
outside, like the snowstorm is raging, and we're so cozy and nice. We just put on the lights on the Christmas tree and like we turned off all the lights, and they have this like huge TV, and it was like, a super cozy cinema.
Nice.
So it was so nice.
Good,
Yes.
good.
And then in the morning, we went to bed like around like 3-ish because
Oh my
the
gosh.
finale is like 2 hours. So just because of this. Yes. So we wrapped it up our party around like 1 p.m., 1 a.m. So then we watched the show. At 3 a.m. we went to bed. And in the morning I woke up because the kid, she was like super excited and I'm there. And I heard her and her mom whispering. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna go and like I'm gonna kiss Helen. Like, there, I'm so happy that she's here. Like, I'm not gonna wake her up." So I woke up to this and it was so nice, like to have a kid. And the moment she saw I woke up, she like came to me and we were like cuddling and I was
Wow.
like tickling her. It was so nice. Yeah.
Cute.
So it was
Good. I'm glad you had a good New Year.
yeah.
Yes.
What about you? You were still at your
Uh,
parents', right?
I was asleep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I slept
I
through.
probably do that
I slept
too.
through the
If
countdown.
I,
Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of got sick during that time, so I just wasn't
Oh,
feeling like 100%. I
mhm.
think just like after the holidays, I think all of that adrenaline and everything just
Caught up
released.
with you.
And then
Yeah.
I finally, it all just caught up and I just, my body physically just wouldn't let me do anymore.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, yeah. But honestly, I, I'm not a huge like superstitious person about like
Uh-huh.
staying up till midnight or like
Yeah.
whatever. So it was
Yeah.
good. I
Nice.
spent it sleeping, which is exactly what I would have wanted to be doing. Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah,
Overall, oh, sorry.
looking ahead into the new year, maybe we can talk a little bit about our resolutions like in another future episode,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah, definitely. Because I wanted to say that like this holiday season, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 rating. For me, it was like a great holiday season.
Yeah.
Probably, and I'm not gonna lie if I say this, it was the most active and the busiest of all the holiday seasons that I've had, like
Oh.
here in Canada and even back home.
Oh,
Like with so many parties, so many like catching
yeah.
up, so many functions, but it was great. I
Oh,
really loved it.
I'm
I,
glad.
of course, then after that, I had like for the entire week, maybe, I had to just like crawl in my cave under the blanket and be like, I don't exist for the world.
Socially exhausted,
Socially
right?
exhausted, battery like energy
Yeah.
low levels, and social battery at zero, but it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I think I would rate the holiday, like this year's holidays, a 10 out of 10 for me. For me, what's important is the traditions,
Hmm.
all of like the daily, like the yearly regular stuff that I do. Honestly, there was nothing like vastly different from any other year,
Hmm.
but that's what I love.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So,
Stability. S is for stability.
so yeah, we hope everybody else had a wonderful, holiday season. I
Yeah.
think we would love to hear
Yeah, maybe
about,
share like if you don't want to like type the whole story, maybe some highlights. What was the highlight of your holiday season? Or maybe something about the gifts that you received. Maybe you got some gifts of your dreams, something that you've been wanting to get for a while.
yes.
Yeah.
And we are so excited looking into 2026 with all of you and with brand new episodes and a lot of fun, exciting stuff that's coming your way.
Yeah. So, you know how to contact us. We are always happy to receive some of your emails at eslpoducateme@gmail.com. And of course, follow us on Instagram for some updates at PoducateMe.
Yes. So until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and
Educate
educate yourself.
yourself.
Stay tuned. We have the language lab coming up next.
Oh, welcome back to Language Lab. And in today's episode, we are unwrapping the language from our holiday catch-up chat.
That's right. We talked about parties, food, rest, energy level,
So many good things.
and the emotional roller coaster that December loves to ride.
Yep. Let's dive in.
All right. So the first one, I'll go first. The first word is corporate party. And a corporate party is kind of cultural, I guess. It's a work-related celebration that usually your company will hold every year for
Hmm.
Christmas. And there is usually a lot of food, small talk, and
Ties.
ties.
Yeah, people wearing
Oh,
ties. You don't normally see them wearing ties
people
in
wearing
the office.
ties,
Yeah.
that's right. And usually a couple of people from some department kind of going a little off the wire.
Yeah, that thing also happens. In the next one, we used a very good word, an expression to kick off the season. So to kick something off means to officially start it. So December often kicks off with one event, and then suddenly it's mid-January, like now.
So fast. It goes
Exactly.
by so fast.
Hmm.
Commitment. A commitment, it's something that you have agreed or promised that you would do. So the holidays, all of December basically is just a long list of commitments
Yeah, so
every
true.
day.
Hmm. The next word is a beautiful one. I really love it. It's a whirlwind. And the word, a whirlwind, you can turn it into a tongue twister. It whirlwinds your tongue, literally. So if you imagine a tornado, so tornado is technically a whirlwind. But in the meaning that we used it, we meant it a fast, busy, and slightly chaotic period. It's like December. It doesn't walk, it spins like the tornado, and it's like
Everywhere.
a real whirlwind.
Yeah. Sporadically. Sporadically, I love this word. It basically means not regularly, not usual. So kind of random every now and then. So happening like here and there, like
Hmm.
my promise to go to the gym in January. It's a little bit sporadic
Or going to the gym, actually.
in general.
Very sporadic
Yeah.
in general and in January. Yeah. The next word is the word adulting. So you can take the word adult and turn it into a verb, like I'm not adulting today. And to adulting means to doing responsible things, even though you'd rather take a nap or eat something nice. Stuff like bills, planning, cooking vegetables, going to the gym.
Adulting is not fun.
Nope.
All right. To be for something. So to say, like, I am all for this, I am for that. It
Hmm.
means, like, I support this or I agree with this idea. So you can be for celebrating the holiday season or against going back to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually this is the case.
Yes.
The next one is the word strictly, and strictly means very firmly, not flexible, no flexibility, zero. Like, I'm strictly resting today is a beautiful lie that sometimes we tell each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to be strict with getting the time to relax. That's very
Hmm.
true. Okay, my next one of my favorite foods is actually a dish called pho. Pronounced pho, but spelled in English phonetically PHO. It is a Vietnamese noodle soup, and it is so warm and hearty, and it just really is that cure for like colds and just cold weather in general. One of my favorite foods to eat during the winter.
And cure for hangover too.
Yeah,
A very good one.
yeah.
Yeah. Speaking about food, the next word on the list is the word potluck, a very famous word in Canada, actually, and in Canadian culture, because potluck is a meal or celebration of some holiday, whatever, where everyone brings a dish, normally from their home country or from their culture. So, yeah, high reward, but also high risks.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also just a nice thing that everybody participates when you have
Hmm.
an event or a party or something like that, right? Um, Again, on the topic of food, we have the word pig out. And to pig out, it just means like rah, 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 to eat a lot. So usually just like you're eating really enthusiastically, zero regrets until later. But we use this expression to just say like, oh my gosh, I ate so much. I really pigged out on pho last time we went to the Vietnamese restaurant.
Beautiful expression. We're continuing the topic of food, and with the next word combination is a signature dish. And signature dish is a dish that you know how to cook, and you normally cook it for different functions or potlucks. And maybe even if you are not good at cooking it, you're cooking it very confidently.
Yeah,
This is
that's
your
true.
signature
Do
dish.
you have a signature dish?
Uh, sh- sh-
I mean, like I said before, my
Error, error.
my signature drink was mulled wine for
Oh, okay.
holiday
For this
parties.
holiday season, I did have actually a signature dish.
Huh?
I was to every single party that I was going to, I was bringing, not to Robbie's one though, the phyllo dough dessert. Remember, I brought it to your place when
Oh,
Rena
yeah.
and Andy were here? So that thing, but I perfected it. I mean, I've been cooking it so many times. I've perfected it.
Ooh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
to
I'm
hear.
gonna,
I'm excited to taste it.
yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna do
I
it.
I do I feel like I do kind of have a signature dish where I use puff pastry
Uh-huh.
and I make some sort of like a puff pastry like little puff or something
Ah,
using puff pastry and
uh-huh.
cheese and pesto.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, my phyllo thing is also like dough and cheese and like
So
whatever
easy. Yeah,
you
so
put on
easy.
top. Yeah.
All right. Our last little food vocabulary word for today is a food coma. And this is an expression that we use. Do you know that feeling after you have just pigged out, like you've had a huge meal and you just start to feel heavy, tired, a little sleepy? That,
Comatose.
yeah. And that's basically what a food coma is. So it's just that feeling after eating too much. You can say, oh my gosh, I'm in a food coma right now. I
Yeah.
can't move. I can't talk. I can't open my eyes.
Yes. The next word that we have, it's not related to food, but it's a very good word. It's the word instrumental. And the word instrumental has a couple of different meanings depending on the context you're using it in. So sometimes instrumental can be used as something very important in making something happen. But also the word instrumental in the meaning that we used it, it's about the type of music where you have just like the musical instruments. Nobody's singing anything. There is no voice. It's just the instrumental cover of a popular song,
Yeah.
let's say.
So when you go to karaoke, you always hear the instrumental versions
Exactly.
of the
Yeah.
songs, so you can sing to
And
them.
then you add the voice later.
Boost. A boost is just a sudden kind of increase in energy or confidence or motivation. So you can say, I got a sudden boost of energy, or I have a boost of confidence, or I
Boost of caffeine.
boost of caffeine, yeah, or like I listened to some speaker and suddenly I got this boost of motivation that I want to do something.
Ah, I would need that so much. A
Yeah.
boost of motivation. Yeah.
We all need a boost of motivation every now and then.
Definitely. The next good word is the word recreational. And if something is recreational, it means that it's done for fun or for relaxation. There is no competition, there is no stress. You're just having fun and enjoying yourself. Good word. I
That's
love it.
right.
It's like you're recreating yourself
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
inner
I
peace.
like it. Now, next we have the expression, I guess, free reign. Free reign is like you have total freedom to do whatever you want. It can be when somebody tells you, "Hey, go, this buffet, this food buffet, you have free reign over the entire buffet." That can be a little dangerous.
Yes, because what follows next is food coma.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. The next coming up is the word hopped up. And if someone is hopped up, it means that they're very energetic, usually from sugar or excitement. And that textbook example is kids on
Children.
December 25th. Yes. Or Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
especially Halloween.
Yeah.
Hopped up on sugar and all of those trick-or-treat candies. Yes. Low key. Pretty trendy word
Mm.
these days. A lot of people are using it on social media. Low key, it kind of just means like on the down low, like uh that's how they use it as the trendy word. But also, when we say something like an event or an activity was low key, it means that it was just calm, it was relaxed, not strict, not strictly scheduled, just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. The next one that we have on the list is the word to topple over. I don't even remember where we used it. Yeah, but to topple over means to fall over. Like imagine a tower made of Jenga bricks
Or
and
Legos. Yeah.
Legos, and like when you like slightly tip it over, it will topple over. It will fall.
Everything falls down.
Yep.
Yeah. Next, we have the word trippy. When something is trippy, it's like strange. When something feels or looks a little bit strange or disorienting, like it makes you a little bit not in control of your brain, I guess,
Yeah.
is or what you're seeing. So it can be sometimes fun, sometimes confusing, sometimes
Yes.
scary.
I agree.
Yeah.
The next word is the word tilted. And if something is tilted, it means that it's not straight. It can be literal, like something is literally like this, like I'm tilted to the side now, or you can tilt your head. Or it can be how your brain feels after too much socializing.
Hmm.
Just tilted.
Next up, we have the word dizzy. Dizzy is this feeling like the room is spinning. So you can feel dizzy if maybe you have like worked out too much and you don't
Mhm.
often work out. Sometimes you eat too much food or drink too much alcohol, you can feel a little dizzy. Also, with a lot of kids do this is they spin around in circles really fast so
Yeah.
they can get the feeling of dizziness.
Or after some rides,
After
if you,
rides,
yeah, you can also
like
feel
the
dizzy.
teacup ride, yeah,
Mm,
you can feel dizzy after.
awesome. The word coincide is a very good one, and to coincide means to happen at the same time, like holidays often coincide with exhaustion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, this
definitely.
is exactly what happened to us this year.
All right, to pull something off, when we pull something off, it means like you have succeeded in doing something really difficult. So, I hosted my first big dinner party and I had to organize all the food and like the decorations and everything and the invites, and I finally managed to pull it off.
Nice. I love the example. And most likely you managed to pull it off because you were very meticulous about
Yes.
planning the party. So the next word is the word meticulous, and meticulous means very careful and detailed, especially in planning or, I don't know, organizing something. And I believe that I have learned this word during the pandemic because
Mm-hmm.
it was a buzzword during the pandemic
Oh,
about like how people are planning like putting all of those like restrictions and switching people online, blah blah blah, and everyone was so meticulous during the pandemic. I mean, I remember that this was a buzzword.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, next we have the word compatible. And compatible is when, people or things, they really work well together. So, for example, friends, like a couple of friends can be compatible. In a relationship, you should be compatible. Plans, if your
Hmm.
plans with somebody else fit together, they're compatible. Schedules can be compatible and sometimes not compatible.
Not compatible. Same as people,
Same,
unfortunately.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the last but not least is the word vastly or vast. And vastly means by a large amount, like our energy before the holidays and after the holiday, they differ vastly.
Very vastly.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. And just like that, we have wrapped up our holiday language. No gift receipt required.
And if your brain feels full right now, it's probably just a vocabulary coma.
Yep. All
Mhm.
right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.